Oh, come on, my son! Get in there! Have some of that Twatford, eh? Oh, yes. Oh, the relief is real, lads and lasses. How's it going? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with a post-match reaction show. Sorry for the volume. Sorry to any headphone listeners tuning in. I do apologise. I probably just Tyson Fury mashed up your eardrum like last night on Deontay Wilder there. I apologise. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by for the post-match show. Come on, United. We've just beaten Watford 3-0. At Old Trafford. Really fantastic display in that second half from us. Overall, we dominated them. Look, they're 19th in the league. It's nothing to really get too excited about. But the fact remains, United have leapfrogged Sheffield United, who drew yesterday. United have leapfrogged Spurs, who lost to Chelsea. And United have now cemented themselves, or put themselves at least 1 point ahead in 5th place, which is currently occupying that final Champions League spot. 3 places behind. 3 points behind Chelsea, by the way. So, look, we are smack banging it again now. We are right in the mixer. We are right up there challenging for Champions League football. The signings that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has made have been inspired. The January signing of Bruno Fernandes is absolutely huge for Manchester United. Did you see how that little Portuguese maestro went about things today in that second half? Absolutely unreal. I mean, it was a little bit of a ropey first half from him, if I'm being honest. Some wayward passes. But look, you cannot deny the influence he had on the game here. He won the penalty. He scored the goal. Great penalty it was also. Like a cheeky little skip and a hop and a jump. And then he's just booted it away. Wrong foot in Ben Foster. Really great penalty from Bruno Fernandes. He won the penalty too. But other than that, I mean, his general play in the second half there was wonderful. Spraying it around, getting teammates away. Greenwood gave it to him for his goal. He gave it back to Greenwood for his goal. It was absolutely fantastic performance from Bruno Fernandes, and that is what we paid all that money for. That is why we needed him, because we had that freaking mess up Jesse Lingard or Shingard or whatever his bloody name is in the gaff, stinking the place up. That loser bloody Andreas Pereira. Andreas, how about you freaking do one? Is more like it, because we don't need those guys anymore. No offence to the United players, maybe that's a bit harsh, but the fact is, they shouldn't be anywhere near the starting 11 now. We've got Bruno in for a reason, to come in, pull the strings, play the harp in the centre of the park for us, and he did that very, very well today, generally throughout. Look, first half was a little bit ropey, but his overall performance was stunning, massively influential, assisting, creating, scoring. What more do you want from your new £60 million star signing? What more do you want, I ask you? We just battered Watford up, made them look like a bunch of bloody Twatfords this time. Come on, we've Twatforded them. That's what it's all about. It was a really positive result, 3-0, good dominant display. That's what you want at this stage of the season, bit of confidence growing. We want to see the cojones of these players growing now. We want to see Solskjaer improving this team now. We want to see the progression of the team. Like, that's the thing. Obviously, it's one thing to sign these players. Ole's got to get them performing in the team. Ole's got to get us winning these games. And this was a potential banana skin here. No pun intended, because they play in a yellow kit. But this was a banana skin, because look at all the other times this season when we've had an opportunity where we could capitalise on the mistakes of the team above us, say F you to Frankie Lamps, or up yours to Pep Guardiola, or have some of that frickin' Jose. We could have said that to him, and we didn't. We bottled it. Too many bottle jobs for United this season against lesser opposition. Solskjaer's done brilliantly against the top teams this season. That fills me with confidence that maybe he could be a top manager for United, because in the big games, he's done well. But in the lesser games, we've struggled to unlock teams. Some of these are lesser teams like Watford. We've really struggled to unlock them. But now we've got Bruno Fernandes, so we have to play to his strengths. We have to understand now we have got a creative player in the centre of the park there that can pull the strings for us, and he showed that today with the assists and just how he went about it. Generally looked fantastic out there. What a signing he is. I mean, that fills me with so much hope for the future. Just think about some of the players we've got now. Take the manager out of it, because some people don't want Ole, some people do. I personally think, have some of that, you freaking Ole outers. Stick that in your dirty pipe and smoke it, because too quick to jump on Ole you are, all of you, to be fair. Like, I know, look, you can criticise his tactics and selections, there's nothing wrong with that, but people saying, oh, get him out after a year in the job. He's not good enough. Also, we can bring some little Argentinian melter potch in. Do one. Don't make me laugh. But I think, look, he's obviously green in terms of management. He's going to learn on the job. United don't need a manager that learns on the job. I get that. But we could have a potential great manager here. If you look at the signings he's made, if you look at the progression of the players since he's been here, some of them are fantastic. Think about the shite squad that he was given when Jose left. Think about the shit that he inherited. Think about even the big name players doing absolutely guff. The Sanchez's and the Lukaku's of the world and the Pogbas of this world, they don't help us out. The squad wasn't good at the start of the year either because we let a few of the big names go and we didn't even replace them with small names. We had a weak squad at the start. Solskjaer's been up against it this season, he really has. The Glazers, the owners, made it difficult for us at the start of the season. Woodward had a fat mare. We didn't get the personnel we needed in the summer. Now we have got a couple in January. We're still light in certain areas if you ask me, but now he can actually do the job which United fans expect of him, I think. He didn't have the tools to do that job before, but now he's actually got the tools. He's got the Bruno, he's got the Igalo, another option up top there, who looked decent when he came on at the end there. Almost had a goal, if not for a good goal line clearance. He's got these players. He's got the Greenwood, the 18-year-old prodigy. He's got the Rashford to come back into it later on, one of the stars of English football of the future. He's got that Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's pretty much the best right back in the league along with Alexander-Arnold. He's got the talents. He's got the slab head at the back there. So I'm really happy about how things are at the moment. It's all about winning this game, not slipping up, not letting Spurs and Sheffield United away, not letting them off the hook. And we've done that today. We did just about enough, in the first half to go in at half-time, 1-0 up. We rode our luck a little bit. Let's give a little bit of credit to Watford, actually. I'm calling them Twatfords and stuff. But the fact is, they actually did a good job first half. They caused us problems. I thought Matic looked a little bit ropey in the midfield, a little bit slow. They seem to have a good bit of joy just prancing on through the midfield there. I think Delafeu's had a good bit of joy as well in that first half. They did cause us a few problems, and they deserve credit. But United overall did a really good job and deserved to win. That second half, we just blistered them. We've absolutely blasted them away. Let's talk about the individuals in the team performance, and I'll go through some player ratings and stuff then, lads and lasses. Massive shout out and respect to all of you that are tuning in right now in the post-match show to join me for a bit of analysis and chat. Thanks for getting in here. Richard James, Eddie United, JP, The Cop, Rex the Boss, Gungshi, Bruce McIntosh, Ruben Carnero, MT, Miguel Verley, JP, all the usual legends as well. If I've not said you there, thanks for stopping by. There's actually over 100 of you legends tuning in right now, so thank you for getting in here live. Smash a like on this video, please. If you are in here, please do give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can smash 100 likes on the vid by the end of it. That would be amazing. Please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. So the individual performances out there, let's talk about them. Let's go in order of the team. Let me just get it up here so I don't actually forget. Get the team names up, nothing else. So David De Gea in goal, didn't have all that much to do, did make a couple of great saves, going to give him a solid 7 out of 10. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, a.k.a. the Human Spider, a.k.a. Tarantula Boy, a.k.a. the Man with 8 limbs, a.k.a. the Octopus on the right-hand side of the pitch. He done a good solid job today. Very impressed. Some of the balls he delivered in were great as well. No assist today, but fantastic. I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. I thought he was solid, good, defensively, really good. Victor Lindelof at the back there. Victor Lindelof, the Swedish flat-pack defender. Cannot jump, cannot defend, cannot boss it in the air to save his life. He does have some redeeming features, a little bit ropey from him. Look, I'm not going to get on him too much, but it was a bang average performance for Lindelof. Going to give him a 6 though. We didn't concede any goals. It's a clean sheet for United. He gets a 6 in my book. Brings me on to slabhead Harry Maguire, who better performance than Lindelof. Give him a 7 out of 10. Didn't set the world alight. Couple of moments he had here and there at the back, but generally pretty sound. Would have been nice for him to cap off Bruno Fernandes' fantastic cross in the second half, which was literally put on a bloody plate for that big slab. Literally put on a slab for the slab. And what did Easter Island boy do? He absolutely missed it by a country mile. And it was a sitter, really. Or at least he should have been doing better and getting it on target there. So Bruno Fernandes could have had another assist, if not for Slabby being a little bit of a melter in that second half. But generally, all right, 7 out of 10, solid at the back, clean sheet for Captain Slabby. Get in there, my son. The defender of the game for me goes to Luke Shaw. And you guys know I do criticise Luke Shaw a little bit because a lot of the time he's just not up to the standard. But just recently, he's looked very good. I like what Ole did with him, and using him as the left centre-back in the 3 at the back system. Think he looks comfortable in that system. But also today, did a very, very good job. And personally, I really rate Brandon Williams for the future. He's had a couple of average games and people are quick to jump on him, and that's a bloody disgrace. race. It really is. He's so young. He's got so much to offer us right now and in the future. He's 19, that lad. But yeah, Luke Shaw, credit where credit's due. Really good performance today. There was a couple of incidences today where if it wasn't for Luke Shaw's good judgment, mopping up at the back for some careless defending, we could have easily been down in that game. So massive shout out to Luke Shaw. He gets, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I think he was very solid at the back for United today and made some key challenges and interceptions and things like that. So shout out to Luke Shaw. Let's talk about Fred then. Let's talk about Fred, baby. Let's talk about you, and Mick, let's just talk about Fred. So Fred in the centre of the park there, substituted off at 79th minute for McTominay. I thought Fred was our best player in the first half. He was very good in terms of winning the ball back for United in the midfield. His shot that he had on goal was absolutely awful. Like, he's just not a great shooter, is he? He doesn't seem to really possess the skills to bang it into the back of the net. I know he has done it, but we don't see it for United too much. But from a sort of defensive point of view today, and that's not something that I would say Fred is the absolute best at, I think Fred put in a very good display today. Really happy with how he did in the centre of the park. So I'm going to give Fred, a 7.5 in the centre of the park. They're good positive performance from him. Matic, the static Frankenstein's monster, a little bit static today, a little bit static for my liking. Not his best game recently. He's looked really fantastic recently. Can't deny how well he's been doing, but in this game, I'm going to give him a 5.5 or a 6. I thought he made a few errors. He cost us a few opportunities for Watford. And on another day, they could have been punished. So I'm going to give him a 5.5 for Matic. Getting on for Greenwood then. This is where we're getting down to the business end of the team ratings here in the team. Some stunning, outlandish individual performances on display out there for Manchester United. Really stunning stuff from them. Let's have a talk about Greenwood. Greenwood's 18 years of age. There was a couple of, the first half wasn't a great half for everybody really, but there's a couple of moments in the first half where Greenwood's done well. But let's just talk about the goal that he scored, because he's actually started that move off. He's won the ball back in his own half. He's driven into space. He's driven at Watford's goal. He's seen the run of Bruno Fernandes down the right hand side in an acre of Portuguese space out there. And what does he do? He just plays the simple one into him. He's got the wherewithal, he's got the intelligence just to hang back and buzz around and get into that little pocket of space in front of Watford's defence there and wait for the return pass from Bruno. He gets it back, he lets it go across his body, he shuffles it over to the left-hand side, and bang! Bang! Right in the top of the net. Sorry, headphone users again, I do get carried away. But he smashed it in the back of the net. That was the absolutely bloody mangasm moment out there. What a stunning finish from the 18-year-old lad. What an unbelievable performance from Greenwood. He's 18. He's 18. I was so happy to see him starting today. Solskjaer's selection today, he's pretty much got it right. There's a couple of things I would have liked to have seen instead. I think I want to see the Bailey and Maguire partnership at the back. Absolutely want to see that. I would have preferred to see Williams and a little bit of solidarity shown in him after a couple of dodgy performances, but he did play against Bruges a couple of days ago. And in hindsight, Luke Shaw's the best defender in the game. Ole got it right, not me. Not me. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got it right with that one, selecting Luke Shaw. Greenwood, though, what a fantastic performance from him with the goal. I've got to give him an 8 out of 10 because that goal was stunning. He's created it. He's finished it off. What more can you say? Greenwood, Chong came on for him last 10 minutes. Quite non-eventful last 10 minutes. He did have an opportunity. But yeah, I worry about Chong's future at United here. Bruno Fernandes then. Let's get on to Bruno, our maestro midfield playmaker that we brought in recently. 60 million, he's settling in. He's had a couple of appearances. Looks stunning in all those appearances. And today was no different, to be honest with you lads and lasses. He's absolutely bossed it. Half an hour opening of the game, little bit ropey, but crikey, what a stunning performance by Bruno Fernandes, assisting, scoring goals, winning penalties. Absolute maestro out there for United. Really had a hugely positive game. And that's it. Prepare for the Bruno Fernandes show, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare to see United actually have a quality midfielder that can create and cause problems against the opposition and cut teams open. Prepare for that, lads and lasses, because things are going to change at United. I can see it. It's all about the personnel, Pogba, say what you want about him. We wanted him to be that man for us, but overall, he does it here and there, but it's just not been consistent enough. Bruno's coming in. He looks hungry. He looks better already, and I just love the intelligence of the play. He doesn't do anything silly. He doesn't just play quick, wayward passes. If there's not a pass on, he'll do what Paul Scholes did. you know, he'll keep on of it. He'll turn around. He'll go into space. He'll wait for his teammates to catch up. He'll wait for them to, you know, catch up with play. He's very intelligent, man. You can just see that on the ball from him just from watching that one game of football. So I really am so over the moon that we've got Bruno Fernandes. He got an assist. He got a goal. He won the penalty. Just on those points alone, I've got to give him an 8.5 out of 10, lads, and that's a stunning performance. Really great from him. Look, he should be pulling the strings and capable of doing that against Watford with this United side. You're talking about, before the game, 7th versus 19th at Old Trafford at home. We should be doing that, but he's still done it out there. How many times have we seen Pogba fail against the mediocre bang average sides in terms of creativity? Bruno Fernandes, definite 8.5 out of 10, possibly higher. I can see, look, Miguel Verli says give him a 9 out of 10. Really good performance from Bruno Fernandes. So very happy with him and how he performed in the game. He's going to take a lot of the headlines because he just had a stunning input for the side. Assisting, winning penalties, scoring goals. What can you say? Dan James. Okay, now Dan James has been a little bit ropey recently. He's not looked quite up to the standard. I thought he's done some good stuff today, but his final product was lacking a little bit. Overall, though, you know, he caused some problems with his pace. He caused some problems with his dribbling and his runs at their defenders. I think on another day, he could have got on the score sheet. He had a good opportunity. I think he could have got an assist on another day. He did put some good balls in, but it just didn't quite happen for Dan James today. One of the underperformers of the side, along with maybe Matic and Lindelof. I'm going to give him a 5 or a 5.5 out of 10. May seem a bit harsh, but I'm just calling it on influence. I'm calling it on overall performance. Not to say that, you know, he's done terrible, but I just think that's the sort of figure I'm going to give him today. When I'm giving players like Fred a 7.5, I've got to give James a 5.5, really. And then finally, just to talk about our final and third goal scorer of the day, which was the best goal of the bunch by a country mile, even though Greenwood was amazing, was Anthony Martial, man. I mean, crikey, he done some great stuff for us, coming deep, trying to get us going at times, but it was all about that cool as a cucumber finish. And my days, I mean, if you haven't seen it, check out that goal from Anthony Martial today against Watford. It was truly special, really world class. It was something that you'd see the likes of Lionel Messi do. It was audacious, it was skillful, it was intelligent, it was penetrative. He's done 3 Watford defenders with a cheeky Cruyff turn. Basically what's happened, just to explain it to you, so he's taken it towards goal, he's had a shot. Foster has made a little block. It's gone back out to March, so he's in a very wide position at this stage. He's looking for a teammate. There's 3 Watford defenders in there, holding a bit of shape in the 6-yard box, trying to block the run of anybody coming in there. So what does Martial do? Also, he's being closed down. He Cruyff turns back towards the goal. He opens up his body and he just dinks a little chip one over Ben Foster into the back of the net. It was actually a stunning, exquisite goal with all about the technique, all about the quality of the player, and I'm loving that now. You know, I'll eat my own words from earlier on in the season a little bit on Anthony Martial. I think hopefully it's just taken him a little bit of time to find his rhythm and find his goal scoring feet out there for United, because I was not convinced a little while ago about his form and his ability to be that goal scoring number 9 for us, because he's just not looked up to it enough. And to be fair, a few games in a row doing well doesn't really mean that that's stopped. It's all about inconsistency with Anthony Martial. That's the issue. Like, he's a great player. He's got all the abilities in the world. You see him produce some Thierry Henry-esque performances out there in a lot of games, but you also see him go missing in a lot of games, and it's about cutting those out. It's about being consistent. You know, look at Ronaldo over in Serie A. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's 35 years of age. He's equalled the Italian record for 11 goals scored in 11 games in a row. He's equalled the Italian record. He's just been over there. He's 35. I mean, that's consistency. That is goal scoring ability. I'm not trying to compare Martial and Ronaldo here, okay? They're different animals. But what I'm saying is, Martial got to get that consistency into his game. If he does, he's going to be one of the best strikers in world football. Because look at that goal today. Stunning. There's not many players that could pull that sort of goal off. To have the intelligence, the audacity to even try that, and for it to come off like it did, there's not many players around world football that can do that sort of stuff. He was amazing. And his general overall performance, I thought, after that as well, after he scored the goal, he's driven United forward, he's dragged United forward, he's looked very, very good. So I've got to give Martial, I've got to give him 8.5 out of 10 as well. So there we go, we've got 2 clear leaders, judging by my player ratings for man of the match, and that would be Bruno Fernandes or Anthony Martial. I think I'm just going to edge and give the man of the match to Bruno Fernandes, simply because of the influence that he had on the game. We're talking assists, penalty wins, penalty scores, scoring the penalty. He's done a great job out there today, so I've got to give it to Bruno. Gungshi reckons 8 for Martial. Fair play to you. JP says Sanchez scored 20 in 20. Fair play. The cop says, is Pogba leaving? I mean, I hope so. I hope that he does leave. I hope we do get a big amount of money for him. Or a player in return, like Cristiano Ronaldo. If you want to come home and work with your Portuguese, compatriot, Bruno Fernandes, and play for United and challenge for things, come over to United, son. We'll give Juventus Paul Pogba. They can give us Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a match made in heaven. It's beautiful. They're getting a good player that's proven for them. Big name, younger, will last for 8 years for them or whatever. Great signing for them. Ronaldo for us for 2 or 3 seasons, also a bloody great signing. Unbelievable. But look, fact is, Pogba, I rate him on his day, but his day doesn't come often enough. He's the most frustrating player I've seen play for United in the room. Well, that's not true, actually. I mean, come on, there's Lingard, there's Pereira, there's Phil Jones. There's a bunch of frustrating players, but Pogba is one of them. He's one of the most frustrating players to watch play because he's got all the ability. You see him, he's so classy sometimes. And yet sometimes he just lets his head go. Sometimes he cannot be asked, man. And that is not good enough when you are a £90 million player supposed to be a talisman and a leader in the centre of United's midfield. Just never quite lived up to it for me. Sorry, Paul. Seems like a nice lad, but on your bike, son. See you later on. We could do with 120 million or whatever we'll get for Paul Pogba from Real Madrid or Juventus or whoever it is, or a player in return. But we could certainly use that money and reinvest it back into this United team. Give Solskjaer, I'm hoping he's going to be the manager end of the season anyway. Give Solskjaer the money in the summer to really improve this team. And we're 40-odd points behind Liverpool, lads and lasses. We've got to do something. Yeah, we signed Bruno. Yeah, we signed Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, we signed Dan James and Maguire. And we've done some great stuff in the transfer window this season in terms of getting rid of players and bringing some good ones in for the future and for right now. Can't deny that. We've done some brilliant things. Great signings that are going to improve and turn into real great United players. I truly believe that. And we're already seeing that now. But we need some more. That's where that potato-headed twat, Eddie Woodward comes in. That's where those absolute freaking cockroaches, the Glazers come in. They've got to provide the money. They've got to invest. But look, if Pogba was to go out the other way and that's how we're funding some of the signings, then I'm happy with that, to be fair, because I want to see United improve generally. And I don't think Pogba's the man to do it for us. And also, invest some more money other than that too. We're not Man City. We don't have this shitty little commercial revenue. This is United we're talking about. We're a hugely supported club globally. Let's see some of that put back into the bloody squad, eh? They started to do it a little bit recently, but I think it's a lot out of necessity. It's a lot out of the fans just getting to the point where it's a breaking point. We can't handle these Glazers and Woodward anymore. They're doing nothing for the club. That's probably why they finally managed to reach an agreement with Sporting and did sign Bruno Fernandes in the end. Nicola Mrs. Piggy, thank you for getting in here, says, hope you enjoyed the rest of the tea. There was 4 teaspoons to give you a good hit. Absolutely, Nicola Mrs. Piggy, thanks for getting in here. It was actually quite nice. I've still got most of it left, though, so it can't have been that. The sugar at the bottom of this cup, though, is absolutely disgraceful, Nick. Hey, Paul Lucas, thank you, Paul, says, Neves would be nice. Wow, Wolves are a great team, aren't they? They've won 3-0 today as well. They smashed Espanyol in the Europa on Thursday night as well. I mean, God, I agree with you, man. I think that they've got some great players. I think he's definitely one of them. The technique, did you see that volley he scored against Espanyol? Jota is a goal scorer. Jimenez is a goal scorer. Adama Traore's a beastly winger who can take people on. We could do with him too. There's a lot of Wolves players that I would not be too disappointed about seeing join United in the summer. In fact, I'll be very, very happy. Very happy indeed. Plus, it gives you that little Portuguese connection with Bruno. And that can only help convince Cristiano Ronaldo to come back home. Nice one. Gaz Newton, how you doing, Gaz? He says, missed the game, pig, just woke up, watched the Fury fight and overslept. Hey, I don't blame you, Gaz Newton, man. I very nearly did the same. I was supposed to jump on here at 1 o'clock today with Rincon and preview the game. I basically ended up getting up just before then, feeling like absolute dross, and had to sort of duck out on Rincon there. So sorry, Rincon, but we are going to do a show this week. For sure. So thank you very much. But yeah, I agree. If not for this game, if not for my missus being here, actually, I would have slept through my alarm and I wouldn't have been up for the watch along either. I'm pretty sure about that because I was bloody knackered. Rex de Boss Gaming comments, Ndidi is a must. Hey, I'm fully with you on that one. Ndidi for Leicester, great defensive player, 22 years of age. Influential for them, only getting better, physical, much better defensively than anything we've got at the moment. I think you can put McTominay, you can put Fred, you could put Matic in there, and none of them are as good defensively as Ndidi. Plus, he's young. Great signing. Forget James Maddison, to be fair. Like, we'll have to pay a huge amount of money for him. Sure, if it's available, great. But more realistic would be Jack Grealish. More realistic would be Ndidi. I think Ndidi's a more realistic acquisition for United than James Maddison. Gungshi comments, Neves would be a great signing. Could take Matic's place. Interesting. I mean, Matic is, I guess he's more of a sort of central defensive midfield type player, though, whereas Neves, he's more lightweight in that area. He's more of a creative player, more of a creative spark, in my eyes, anyway. So, it depends what sort of system we're going to play, but Neves, it wouldn't hurt to have him around. He's a stunning player, he really is. Really fantastic player. Portuguese connection, what can you say? MT thinks there's going to be a couple of Wolves coming in this summer. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. JP comments Igalo's goal hunting. Yeah, Igalo came on for 10 minutes, looked good, almost got a goal, cleared away there off the goal line. And do you know what? I think he's going to pop up with a good few goals for us this season. That's a great signing. Even if he's not used, even if he is just used as a backup at the end of games and stuff like this, like, he's here to do a job. He's here to try and chip in with a few goals, and I'm sure he will do that. James Mellier comments, how would you feel if City got stripped of their 2012 and 2014 league titles? James Mellier, well, obviously I feel bloody amazing if United got given another couple. That would be absolutely outstanding. I think it also does mean, though, that Liverpool would be getting one, though, doesn't it? I think it would be amazing if United got 2 titles given to us when Liverpool win their first one this year, though. Like, can you get any better than that? Like, yeah, you've worked 30 years to win your first trophy. And guess what? United have posthumously been given 2. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? I would love to see that happen. But realistically, I don't think they're going to take off City's trophies. That would be amazing if they did. I think Liverpool do actually get another one as well, though, because they finished second one year, right, in that time period. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Kurt Koenig says, before buying more players, United has to make sure that they are a unit. Success comes with a team playing actually together. Hey, very, very good point there. It's important to have the pieces of the puzzle, but if you look at like teams like Sheffield United and Wolves, they, okay, maybe not Wolves, they've actually got some great players these days, but overall, the investment in the side, it's not to the level of United. Sheffield United, certainly not. The sum of the parts of Sheffield United is way better than the individual pieces within it. And that is what you're talking about there, Kurt. A great team. And that's what United need to build on. We need some more characters in there too. I'm glad McTominay's coming back into the side because he is a character. He's a leader. He fights with his heart on his sleeve. Some of the young players seem to have good character, like Brandon Williams. I've always really loved Rashford's character. By the way, Marcus Rashford, is there a nicer young lad? Is there a nicer 21-year-old lad in the world than Marcus Rashford? Honestly. Like, he just seems like such a down-to-earth geezer. Like, considering he's got all the talent in the world. And his position, he's not cocky at all. He's not a douchebag at all. He's polite. He's well-mannered. I love Marcus. He's one of my favourite players, actually. He really is. Marcus Rashford, great player. Love the guy. I don't know how I got into that. I've forgotten. But thank you very much for getting in here, lads and lasses. Please do us a favour. We are approaching half an hour on the live stream post-match reaction show. Smash a like on it, please. Do get involved. Please do give it a thumbs up before we go. Let's see if we can smash 100 likes on the video here. There's 139 of you legends tuning right now, so please do consider leaving a thumbs up. Shout out to Ryan Burberspin9 as well, who sent in a super chat and said, Bruno-gasm. So we had Debbie with her femgasms, we had me with my man-gasms, and now we've got Ryan Burberspin9 with his Bruno-gasms. Hey, thanks so much for that, Ryan Burberspin9, man. Top man, always supporting the channel. Thank you for having your say. Thanks for getting in here, buzzing after that one, and it is truly a Bruno-gasm situation. I like that. I may steal that, Ryan. Thanks very much for getting in here. JP, also, I've missed your one, JP. How could I possibly miss you out, the JP-nator? He says, Fury victory, United victory. This calls for some celebratory donuts. JP, man, thank you, mate, for getting in here and offering me some donuts there, mate. Krispy Kremes all round. Thank you so much for that, JP. JP, Ryan Burspin9. Top lads getting in here. Both channel members. Much appreciated for your support on the channel. G-Wolf United comments. Pig, I believe Ollie will become a legend, just as Sir Alex Ferguson didn't have the best of starts, but became a legend, just as Ollie went in time. I think he definitely deserves more time. Look at the Ferguson situation. There are some comparisons. Ferguson spent a shitload of money when he first came over the first few years at United as well. He'd won some things though with Aberdeen. He'd won the Scottish League. He'd won the UEFA Cup with Aberdeen, which does show you some sort of managerial pedigree there, because that is unbelievable achievement. But it's a different time. I don't think you could win the European Cup with, or the UEFA Cup or Europa League or whatever with Aberdeen these days, no matter how good of a manager you are. I think it was a little bit different then, which is also like, it's different because look at like Brian Clough. He did great with Derby County coming in, changing their fortunes, bought a few players, got them up there. Nottingham Forest winning, European Cups a couple of years in a row, taking them from being a provincial town to being European champions. In a short space, that's not going to happen so much in football these days. Football has changed. Unless you could just do a Man City and spend $1 billion in a single transfer window, that's not really going to happen in football these days. It's more of a slow build. So it's slightly different. I think Solskjaer's up more against it than even Alex Ferguson was back then, because time was granted to Alex Ferguson. You'd had a long period of mediocrity at United back then, and Sir Alex came in and they were prepared to give somebody a bit of time. They were prepared to take a chance on this good young prodigy of a manager. And they were right to do that in the end, but it very nearly didn't work out. Fergie almost got sacked. If he hadn't won that FA Cup, he'd have got sacked off, and United's history in the 90s would have just fallen by the wayside. So, look, let's not get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before he's got started. That's what I'm saying. He's shown some good managerial ability. He said F you to baldy Pep Guardiola 3 times this season. He's done one over to Frank Lampard 3 times as well. No, twice over City, thrice over Lamps. That's amazing. He's done Jose. He's taken points off Klopp. And I know that's nothing to be excited about, but nobody else has. Not one other manager in the league this season, has taken any points off of Liverpool apart from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Man United, with a much more inferior team than Liverpool's. So you've got to give credit where credit's due, man. He's done well developing youth. Yes, the inconsistencies in the team has been poor this year, but I think it's a lot down to the players, man. Some of the games we've seen, okay, Solskjaer's tactics and his selection and his in-game management's a question. He's learning on the job to a degree. But some of the individual performances out there this season, they've been bloody calamitous, man. They really have. People like Pogba, Lingard, not doing the business for us. I mean, I guess it's Solskjaer's fault for selecting these mugs. Paul Lucas says, if only James could improve his shooting, he gets in some great spaces. I agree with that, yeah. He really does. Some of the runs he makes, also his final product, like he put in a couple of balls today that were dangerous but not dangerous enough. He's done the hard work of getting into the danger area with his runs, with his dribbles and whipping the balls in, but there's just a slight final product issue with Dan James at the moment. But we've seen enough from him to know he's a good signing for the future. He's 21 years of age. Only cost 15 million. I mean, there's a bit too much emphasis and a bit too much wanted from Dan James right now, I think. He's not Jadon Sancho, He's not one of the best young teenagers in the world. He's a good young player who could really go on and be a fantastic player, but he's not a prodigy. He's not like that sort of guy. So you've got to give him a little bit of time, bit of patience, bring him on. I think next year you're going to see Dan James be used more sporadically, more as a squad player. Once United have signed a winger, once United have brought another player in that position, Dan James, somebody's got to fall by the wayside, because Rashford's going to be playing out wide. If we do sign a winger, they'll be playing on the right-hand side. I don't know who it could be. Jadon Sancho would be amazing. Adama Traore, whoever it would be. They're probably going to occupy that side, because we do need a little bit more in that position, I think. Dan James doesn't quite offer us enough. And then up top there, Martial, hopefully he can go on and cement himself as a proper goal scorer. Oh dear, Gaz Elliott, Sean Porter, Clam J, Craig Williams, they're informing me that Arsenal are down already. Oh dear, Carlo Ancelotti's Everton are beating them 1-0 after 6 minutes. At the Emirates as well, Calvert-Lewin getting the goal for Everton there. Wow. That is bloody awesome. I mean, you've got to love that as well. Arsenal slipping up. No offence to Rad or Mark Sin or any of the Arsenal fans here. It's only banter. But crikey, you are shite at the moment, eh? Look, I know Mikel Arteta's not had a long time. He's probably going to be fine for Arsenal, actually. But this season, crikey, what a write-off. People having to go up United season, saying how shit of a season it's been. Crikey, just have a little look at Arsenal. Talk about a fall from grace. I mean, come on. Talk about players misfiring as well, It still annoys me that the only bloody game Pepe had was against us this season, But yeah, Arsenal are definitely the banter club at the moment. Let's have a look. Louis Clark said, what could we have done with a proper manager and tactics? I don't know. What could we have done with a Jose Mourinho? He's one of the best managers over the last 2 decades. What did he do? Not very good. Okay, first season he did, but the third season, I mean, we were playing awful stuff. We tried Louis van Gaal. What did he do? You know, amazing run in the World Cup with Holland, some of the managerial jobs he's had and the things he's won. He couldn't do it either. What you saying then? We chop and we get Pochettino, somebody who's never won anything, and Melter, whose biggest achievements are making Southampton decent, getting Spurs into top 4. Those are his biggest achievements, and getting to the Champions League final. Good achievements, still no trophies, not won anything. You know, people used to say the same about Klopp, though. Gungshi says, get in there, Carlo. Carlo Ancelotti, though. Let's just talk about him for a second. Everton. Like, wow. What a job he's done since coming in. And you know what? If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did get sacked at some point, I know Ancelotti's in the Everton job now, but he would have been somebody I would have been open to. And because he's proven, you know, Real Madrid, Chelsea, winning things, he's got the experience. He's showing that at Everton, you know. There's not so many managers, I think, that can come in and do the job that Ancelotti's doing at Everton right now. You're talking about a team that was right down there, struggling down and out, to now a team that realistically is still in with a chance of qualifying for Champions League. You know, they actually are. If you look at the league table now, if they win this game today anyway, if they win this game against Arsenal, which they're currently winning, that would put them up, you know, on 39 points, which is only 2 points behind Manchester United. So they are still in with a shout. Anybody down to about 9th in the league is still in with a shout at top 5 this season, which is why it's all the more important for United to start putting a good run together. I hope Bruno's going to be the man to do that. I was blown away by him today. I love Bruno Fernandes. Such a fan. Love what he's doing. And hopefully he's going to be the catalyst for us. I've said it many times. I think he is going to be. Rincon says, Arsenal always talk shit and then melt. Some of the worst fans in the Premier League. Top man, thank you. Pablo Jones says, if we can sell Pogba and bring in Grealish and a winger, we will be fire under Ole. He's had the worst squad since Fergie left. Give him some time. Totally agree with you, man. What's he supposed to do with a true bag of shit squad? That's what it's been since he's been in. He's had to rebuild this squad a lot. Think of the players that have gone out. Think of the players that have come in. Think of the youth he's brought into the side because the senior players are not good enough. He's had a lot to do, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's been up against it. And, yeah, I agree with you. It is a terrible squad, and he needs to be able to, you know, be given time and also sign some more players like Pogba, £90 million player. You wouldn't know it. He's useless for us. Grealish, a winger, an Ndidi or a central defensive midfielder, that solves all of our problems pretty much, you know. I'm hoping the Bailey-Maguire partnership will come into play. I'm hoping that Brandon Williams and Luke Shaw can be enough for us over at left back. I'm hoping Aaron Wan-Bissaka, in fact I know Aaron Wan-Bissaka is going to be a great player for us over on the right back position for us for years. We've got Diogo Dalot coming through, deputising, can play wing as well, good young player too. The future's bright at United. It's just about having a bit of belief in the manager. Have a bit of belief about what we're trying to do at this football club. And not being a little flippy floppy, slippy slidey, you know, absolute freaking melter. That's what it's about. There's too many United fans that are just, you know, fair weather fans, flippy flop. We lose one game, Ole out. We win one game, oh, let's give Ole a bit more time. We lose another game, Ole out. Come on, it's getting boring, isn't it, lads and lasses? Chopping and changing managers for United since Alex Ferguson's left has helped us nada. It has helped us nothing, lads and lasses. Really terrible. Why do that? Why continue the cycle of mediocrity? What you have to remember is Solskjaer has been trying a philosophy, his own philosophy, rate it, criticise it, whatever. He's been trying a certain way since he's been in. Now, it takes time to reset. It takes time to get your philosophy instilled into the team, into the players. If you think about Jose when he came in, how long it took to get us, you know, solidified, and also how it petered out and how the style varied so much from of just a few seasons before. Think about Sir Alex's United, think about Jose's United. So different in terms of style. Now, they've been playing and coaching and playing a certain way for a long time, for years. So it's going to take Solskjaer a little bit of time to get them, you know, doing what he wants them to do, and which obviously he should be doing now. But then if somebody else came in and you reset once again, then, you know, the new manager's going to have to take time to bed in and develop the team and stuff like that. I don't think it's a good idea. I think stick with him, see how he goes, give him a bit more time, at least until the end of the season. If he gets us top 5, if he gets us Champions League football, stick with the lad. I think that is a great achievement with the squad we had at the start of the year. Look, this City thing has helped us out a big time because we didn't have a top 4 squad at the start of the year. We really didn't. Top 5, top 6, yes, but not top 4. So the fact that if we did finish with a Champions League qualification place next season, you'd have to say he's done a satisfactory job. Gaz Elliott says, Ollie's tactics are crap, though. Are they? Are they really? We done Chelsea 3 times this season because of Ollie's crap tactics. We done Pep Guardiola, City, amazing team, twice this season because of Ollie's crap tactics. We've taken points on Liverpool, his tactics are crap. We've taken points off of Spurs, Jose, our tactics are crap. He's mullered Pochettino and got him sacked. His tactics are crap. I don't know if they are crap, mate. I think just the players are crap and some of the tactics maybe are lacking against the lesser teams. But maybe that's because we didn't have the ability to cut them open. Last time around we played Watford. What was the result in that one? I think we bottled it, didn't we? Now, look, this time around we've got Bruno. We've got Greenwood more developed. And what does Bruno do? Pulling the strings, assisting, scoring. Come on. Like, it's about the players too. Like, okay, he's not going to be the most tactically astute manager in the world right now. I'm sure not. He's still green in his management. But given the players, that's going to help out, I'm sure. It's definitely going to help if he gets the, the players. My voice is gone, by the way. I don't know if you could just hear. It's just absolutely gone. Like, because of I've won 3 watch-alongs yesterday. The one today. And my voice is just gone. Anyway, thank you. My missus has just sent a $1.99 super chat in there. Thank you so much. 40% goes to YouTube. What a waste. But thanks, Mrs. Nicola, Mrs. Piggy there for getting in here and supporting the channel. Thank you for being a part of all the watch-alongs as well. You're a bloody legend. Rasa comments, and we have also lost 1 million teams with bad tactics. Have you forgotten? I lost to 1 million teams. Yeah, no, I haven't forgotten. That's all about, the inconsistency there. It's not going to be, the squad was shite, mate. Come on. We should be doing better in certain games. Of course we should. But also, we've overachieved in games we shouldn't be doing that well in. So it's like a balance to me. Look, fair enough. If we weren't beating the Cities, if we weren't beating the Chelsea, if we weren't beating the Spurs and all these teams, and we were still losing to the teams we've lost again, he's got to go, doesn't he? But he's beating all the big teams and losing to the shite teams. It makes no sense. But at the same time, give him the squad, give him the players. The problem is, this is the problem, right? Okay, this is why it happens, in my opinion. And a lot of you know this, and I've said this too in the past. But United go up against these lesser teams who play with a low block, who play with defensive tactics, who sit back behind the ball, who look to counter-attack. And United haven't had the quality, both in terms of finishing off chances and creating chances, up until now, in my opinion, with Bruno coming in. We haven't had the quality to do that. And so what that's meant is when teams come up against us and they play very tight and organised and defensively, United, we can't break them down. We don't have the quality players out there to cut them open, unfortunately, and finish them off when we do. But when we come up against the big teams, that's what they're trying to do against us. And we are countering, we're defending, we're doing well. We've got the right sort of players to be able to swiftly counterattack and hit them quickly and hurt the big teams. We've seen that all throughout the season. So yes, I see what you're saying, and I can't deny Ollie's got the tactics wrong in a lot of games. He's got the selections wrong in a lot of games. Lingard, Pereira, they shouldn't be anywhere near the side. He's got stuff wrong. Of course, he's learning. Hopefully he's going to learn. He can lose the job between now and the end of the season if he has a mare. He can keep the job if he gets us top 4 or top 5. Simple as that. Anyway, lads and lasses, I am going to have to wrap this one up because we've been going for a long ass time and my voice is starting to go. Throat's starting to hurt a little bit. I want to give a massive shout out to all the legends that have tuned in today. Please smash a like on this video. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes by the end of the video. If you could leave one, that would be awesome. And also subscribe to the channel. If you are new to the channel, we're almost at 24,000 subscribers, lads and lasses. So if you're new here, if you stumbled across this channel of a talking pig head, please do smash that subscribe button. Click the bell button to be notified when we post on this channel. There's going to be Monday analysis episode tomorrow as well. Pig and the Hen show is probably going to be replaced with Pig and the Rincon show this week. If not, there'll definitely be a Pig and the Rincon show anyway, as well as a bonus Pig and the Hen show. But if Hen's not around, there will be a Pig and the Rincon show to take its place with Mark Sin, the Cinnamon, hopefully around to provide the quiz mastery as well. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. Gungers at the end said second half we're really decent, first half shaky. Echoed that entirely. First half was very ropey. Lucky Watford didn't have their shooting boots on. But second half it was a really great, mesmerising performance by United. Smashing them up. Okay, lads and lasses, I'm going to leave it there, but honestly, thanks so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. You can follow me on social media at Mr. Flying Pig HD. Appreciate everyone who tuned into the watch along today earlier. It was a lot of fun. Always is when United win. Just a big relief, isn't it? Like all the pressure that would have come on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I just hate seeing all these fans and all these flippy floppy fans getting on at him. And all the pressure would have been there straight away if we'd have not won this game. If we'd have drawn or had a mare in this game, crikey, it'd have been back to square one. But because we've won it, We're back above Jose Spurs. We're back above Sheffield United. We're in the European slots for next season for Champions League football. Happy days. Get in there, my son. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks to you all. Have a great day. Have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you for being a part of the channel this weekend. Lots of watch-alongs, lots of videos. Blown away by all the support. Blown away by everybody who keeps coming back and tuning into these vids. Shout-outs at the end. JP, Paul Lucas, Gungers, Nicola, Kurt Koenig, G-Wolf United, Jarvis Cocker, MT, The Primot, Ryan Burberspin 9, JP, I've already said him, Stefan Harringtonio, Richard Lilola, Polaris, I think that's, I don't know, and Rubel 2009. Everybody else as well, you know, thanks so much for getting in here. Gaz Elliott at the end. Jarvis Cocker, have a fantastic day. Come on, United. We smashed up Watford 3-0. Martial with a wonder goal. Greenwood with a wonder goal. Bruno Fernandes with a penalty. And generally pulled the bloody strings. Come on, my son. Get in there. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Stay classy. And I need to breathe. See you in a bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that is it for the day. 3 points in the bag, up to 5th. Oh, mangasm. Come on, lads and lasses, get in there. Smash a like on it. Thanks for getting in here. Thanks for enlivening this live chat. You guys know I try to respond to everyone. If I didn't, please come back when it's finished and comment in the not live comments, and I'll get back to you there. AaronFax28, shout out to you as well. I don't think I've shouted you out at the end here. Everybody else, you know, thanks for tuning in. Please do come back. Have your thoughts and opinions in the live chat. In the not live chat. Get your comments in. I want to hear what you think about this performance and what this means and how we are sitting at the moment in the league. All these legends on the rolling end credits as well. Thank you for supporting the channel on Patreon. That's what these rolling credits are for, just to thank those guys. Have a look at the description if you're interested. Obviously, this is free, but there's the option there if you want to support the channel. Love it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a fantastic day. This is the Pig on Flying Pig United saying, come on, United, and have some of that, Watford. See you very, very soon indeed. Stay classy.